primary going on, and
Right.
so what happens is the candidates in a primary, since you're not registered to vote, let me explain this part here. Since you're not registered to
no,
vote,
I know all about the voting system. Don't talk down to me, Stafford.
hold on. So since you're not registered to vote, well, you wanted me to talk. I'm going to talk.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you don't talk down to me.
Since you're not registered to vote and
Yeah.
actually don't know how the process works.
Oh, I do know how the process works. Don't put words in my mouth.
Apparently you don't.
Apparently I do.
Well, no, you don't.
I know all about your redistricting. I know everything about the electoral process,
That's good.
to the point that I know it's heavily fraud-ridden and
You don't know
whatnot.
how the primary process works.
I know all about the primary process, but go ahead, please explain.
No, you won't let me.
No, you want to put words in my mouth telling me I don't understand something.
Well, okay.
Because he's making... would you like if I said you don't know something and then let me tell you?
So, since you don't know how the primary
I
process
do know how the primary process works. Stop putting words in my mouth.
Well, apparently you don't.
Since you don't know how the Constitution works, let me explain to you a few things about it.
that's okay.
Since you don't know what really happened on 9/11, let me
process
explain a few things too. Yeah, I would love to hear your take on the primary process.
No.
No? Okay.
And I don't want to hear your explanation on anything. But if you want me to explain to you, you ask me a question, and if you want me to give you the answer, I will give you that answer. But you're not letting me, so there's nothing.
Because you're presuming that I do or do not understand something, and I'm objecting to that.
Okay, you want my statement or not?
I would like to hear a statement, sure.
Okay, so since you don't know how the primary process works,
I do know how the primary process works. Stop putting words in my mouth.
I'm not. I'm giving my opinion on something. That is my opinion.
All right, so your opinion is that I don't know how the primary system works.
Okay. You won't let me give my opinion? If you let me give my opinion, I'll give you my opinion on that.
Sure.
All right. Since you don't know how the primary process works, let me explain it to you. Okay? So the candidates speak to the voters. And then what happens is the voters make their decisions based on what the candidates have to say. So we are not beholden to one person or one candidate or even a group of candidates. We're beholden to what the voters say. Okay? That's how the primary process works, and I'm sorry that you don't understand that process.
So mob rule, democracy rule.
That's how the primary process works.
Right. Do you agree with that as a way of
That's how the primary process works.
Right. Do you agree with that process?
That is how the primary process works.
You're repeating yourself. Do you agree with that process?
I'm saying that is how the primary process works.
Okay. Okay. So once again, you're
Have a nice
disengaging.
Day. Have a nice
Don't let
day.
him antagonize you. Stand up for what you believe.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. I want him.
For you.
I know you're not. I know you're
For
not.
you because
Right.
you're rude and you're
Right.
belligerent.
Belligerent.
And you're trying to make somebody that's standing up for what they believe in
Right.
because it's not your belief.
No.
Yes, you are.
Now you're putting words in
Yes,
my
you
mouth.
are. Because of your antagonism towards that man. You're
Right.
rude.
He's the head of the local Republican Party.
him.
Good. I'd love to hear his perspective on things.
Well,
But he wants to dismiss me rather than
just because I'm
stand
not-
up for
I'm
his
not
perspectives.
Here to just spend all day debating you. I'm here to talk to other people as well and make sure they. So
don't
you're
debate
interrupting
it.
me.
Simply say what you say. What you say.
Exactly.
Don't be ashamed of what
Trust
you
me.
stand for.
I agree.
And
I agree.
I've done that, and I'm,
But you're coming off as
Stand up for what you believe in.
I have done that with him, and I'm not going to spend all day doing it with him. You understand? This guy follows me for like 2 years.
follows you.
Yeah, he did. So
That's
anyway,
exaggeration.
stalks me on radio shows.
Stalks you. I call into a radio show with discussions.
And you know what? As long as you let him, he will continue to do
And
it.
my point is I'm not. He's been here for like an hour, and
That's why we have a politically correct nation and environment. It's because we allow people like that to harass us.
And trust me,
And we back down from what we believe in.
okay. And I am not letting him harass me. I am kind of done with his. I'm done with his stuff today because we have other things we want to do.
You're rude.
Thank you.
Be ashamed.
Have a good one. Just like you. Just like
you
you.
want to do to me what you're
No,
accusing
I
him
said
of
thank
doing
you
to
and have a good one.
You're doing to me what you're accusing
No,
him of doing
I
to
said thank you and have a good one.
You have a double standard there, brother.
I don't
You need to
think
stand
so.
up for what you believe in while you're harassing him for not standing up for what he believes.
I do. I'm stand up.
You're rude.
What's that?
You do not have my permission to record.
Okay, thank you.
Turn it off.
Sure, no problem.
Turn it off, or I'll call the.
Call the cops. That's fine.
Let me
I do.
that.
I would love for that to happen.
Yeah, he's a trip.
Sure. Have a good day. All right, Safford. Well, I appreciate your time.